Greetings, welcome, and thanks so much for tuning in. It's Christian of Standing Stones Healing, and I am honored to be here with you. And I am joining you on what for me today is an administrative day. And what that means for me in my Reiki business is that it is a day on which I have no clients, and this day is set aside to accomplish administrative tasks. You know, we often think when we are thinking about starting a Reiki business that all of our days are going to be filled with meeting with clients, that we want to book our schedule so full that we are seeing clients all day, every day. But the truth is that when we're not seeing clients, we got a lot of other things to do as well. You know, a Reiki business isn't just about seeing clients, it's about doing so many other things. It's about accomplishing all of those administrative tasks, all of the stuff that needs to get done when we're not meeting with clients. And so, what that means is that in our Reiki business, indeed, it's important for us to set aside time when we are not meeting with clients that we can accomplish all of the other stuff that we've got to do. For you, all of that other stuff might look like running to the bank, or it might look like doing laundry. It might look like cleaning the Reiki space. For me today, that looks like doing a little bit of work on my YouTube channel, cleaning up a few things, adding some links onto some videos. For me, that looks like creating the promotional materials for my next two upcoming free Reiki business workshops. Those workshops will be available to register for at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. Yes, that is the same website where you can get the free Reiki Biz Kit. To make my life easier, I just put the registration on that same page so I don't have to make a whole new page. So, those are some of the administrative tasks that I am doing today for my Reiki business. I got a lot of other ones on the list too, but those are just a few because it's important for us in our Reiki business to make sure that we're doing all of those administrative tasks as well. You know, I once had an in-person business client. She was actually a massage therapist, and she originally was a Reiki client. And she said to me after a time as my Reiki client, she said, "You know, you're so good with the business stuff. Can you come in and help me with my massage therapy business and offer some ideas and ways that I can improve?" And so I spent some time with her on her business, and the one of her main problems was that she was so booked full with clients that she had no time for administrative tasks and was not setting aside any time for administrative work. And so it's important for us in our business to do things like balance the books and to be organized. And one of the ways that we can do that is to set aside some time specifically for those tasks. And so for me, in my Reiki business, today is one of those administrative days. Now, you don't have to set aside a whole day. You may want to set aside a day every few weeks, a day, a month. You may want to set aside a few hours every week. To me, it looks different at different times. But this week, I've got a whole day specifically set aside for those important administrative tasks that I need to get to. You know, I recommend maybe as you go throughout your Reiki business work to maybe create a list of all of those administrative things that you need to do, so that you don't forget them when the time comes to be able to set aside time to hit them, to work on them, to get them completed. You know, some Reiki business owners will also say, well, you should hire someone to do all of those things. Yes, absolutely. That's a possibility for you in your Reiki business as well. To me, it really depends on what those tasks are and whether or not you are the one that needs to do them or if you can outsource them to someone else. So that's something to consider for your Reiki business as well. But let's not forget when we are considering starting a Reiki business that a Reiki business is not just about Reiki. A Reiki business is not just about spending time with clients. A Reiki business is not just about client sessions. It's about so much more. It's about all of those little things that need to get done, even something as simple as sweeping the floor. Even something as simple as making a post about your upcoming Reiki business workshops. Yes, indeed, if you have not heard, on October the 6th, I'm offering my first of 3 free Reiki business workshops that are coming up in the next couple of months. This first workshop on October the 6th is all about, is it time to start your Reiki business? How do you know? I will break it down for you so that you can know on October 6th. You can learn more and register at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. I've got 2 more workshops coming up in October and November on how to start a Reiki business and what to expect in the first 3 years of your Reiki business. Those forms to register to sign up for those workshops will be on the same website, standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. And by the way, have you listened in on this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast? This week's episode is about Reiki business plans. You can tune in at standingstoneshealing.com/podcast to hear all about creating a Reiki business plan. And by the way, I'm also honored and excited to be giving you a sample Reiki business plan template, a whole guide that you can use to create your own Reiki business plan. You can get the link for that plan at standingstoneshealing.com/podcast when you tune in to this week's podcast. And so this week's podcast has the link for that Reiki business plan guide. Yes, you can download it and get into it straight away. No email address required. And if you want it sent directly to your email, please do feel free to get on my mailing list at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit, because as a matter of fact, that's one of my administrative tasks on the list today, writing an email and sending out that Reiki business plan guide to my email list. So I'm sending you so many blessings and best wishes for all of your Reiki business administrative tasks. What are some of your Reiki business administrative tasks for your Reiki business? Drop them in the comments below. Let us know what you work on during your administrative time with your Reiki business. Well, I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to all of your administrative tasks and to your Reiki business.